Good morning, church. Scott Moore tells me that I need to start these with a more of an exclamation, something like an imitation of Robin Williams saying, "Good morning, Vietnam," but instead doing "Good morning, church." I'm not sure. Nevertheless, I hope you are having a good morning. Today is Thursday, April 16th, and today I want to take you all on a hike, a climb to the top of a mountain. For some of us, this isolation time is a daily struggle. We do kind of a Groundhog Day beginning. I guess my movie references are abounding today. But we do this beginning that every day seems pretty much like the day before. We wake up and we remember what our situation is and we evaluate what we're going to try to get done that day. And then we struggle through the day and then we get to the end of the day and we go to bed and we wake up the next morning and do the same thing again. We are certainly in a routine now, unlike routines that we have had before. Every day for many is a real daily grind. And we wonder when we're going to be able to start to break this cycle. Well, that day is coming. But in order to see this, as I said, I want to take you on a climb today. I want us to climb this mountain and see what we can gain by this climb. We need to see the scene from the top of the mountain instead of from the base. Some of you have had experience climbing. Some haven't. So let's pull together and let's enjoy this adventure. First of all, we need to come to the mountain prepared. Those who come to the base of the mountain in their flip-flops, they're not going to make it to the top. You need to come understanding that the path is not going to be smooth, that there's going to be some difficulty in this climb. Now, not everything is going to be real difficult, but there's going to be difficult moments. And as we climb, we need to be ready for that climb. You need to come also ready to shed heavy clothing. We're going to start early in the morning, and I'll talk about that. But we start our hike early in the morning, and it's cool. But as we begin to climb up the mountain through the morning hours, it warms up, and we want to shed some of the heavy clothing that we had earlier. But then, as we get higher on the mountain, as we get nearer and nearer the summit, the air thins out and the air becomes cooler, and we need to be ready for that. We may also run into rain along the way, so we need to be prepared for whatever kind of weather we run into. We must start early in the morning. If we expect that reaching the summit is going to take us, say, 8 hours, we're going to need to start by about 4 o'clock in the morning, because as the mountains do, in the afternoons the rains come, and with those rains there's very often lightning, and when you get up above timberline, you may be the tallest thing around you, and the human body doesn't make a good lightning rod. And so we need to get up and we need to summit early so that we can start back by early afternoon. As we begin this climb, we go for a ways and the adventure is new, but then the adventure begins to wear off. And we begin to get tired. And as we walk mile after mile, we are indeed gaining altitude, but we're not able to see out through the forest that we're walking through. And it's tiring to climb without the reward of seeing progress. We stop occasionally for a short rest, but resting too long is counterproductive. We don't want the comfort of a rest to keep us from our goal of achieving the climb. As the morning takes us higher on the mountain, we begin to see out through the trees, and it's like a shot of energy. We can see that we are making progress. We're seeing things that we haven't seen before. And as we get high on the mountain, and I'm talking here of Colorado type mountains, we get up above timberline. That's the area where the trees don't grow. The altitude is too high for trees to grow, and so the bare mountain tops are there. And as we walk into that area, past timberline, the view is unrestricted. The sky is a deep dark blue, and the elevation allows us to see for many, many miles. The air is thinner, so we breathe more deeply, and we have to rest more often. But with every step, there seems to be an added reward of having come that much closer to the summit that we can now see. And with each step we gain in that elevation, and we are rewarded fuller by the view that we see. And then finally, we reach the summit. There is a deep sense of satisfaction. We have a magnificent view from the top. And we realize that we have accomplished something that we weren't sure that we could. We've pushed on when others turned back, and we feel good about ourselves. We have a new sense of brotherhood with those who have also completed the climb with us. And as we walk back down, we take pride in what we have done. And we realize that because of the difficulty of the task, we are better prepared for the next mountain, whatever that might be. I know that each day is a struggle for some right now. I know too that with each step of our daily struggle comes a little more elevation on this climb. Each day is progress toward us being able to be done with this isolation and to get back to whatever normal is going to be. Each day is an accomplishment. We need to come down from the mountaintop, from the achieving of that summit, understanding that we are more equipped for our climb. We are more equipped for whatever life presents us. Indeed, all of us now have experienced things that we never dreamed of experiencing, but we're coming through this, and we're going to get to the other side, and we're going to look back and know that we have gone through a difficult time, but we have gone through the difficult time. Indeed, we need to come to each day equipped for our climb. We need to be in touch with God, and we need to accept growth in some good way. We also need to be proud of the fact that we can look back on this and know that we got through a trying time. It is no wonder that the writer of Psalm 121 drew a great inspiration from the mountains. Now, he did not gain strength from the mountains. He gained his strength from God. But seeing the mountains reminded him of the majesty of God. Let me read you Psalm 121 and how appropriate this is for us even now. I will lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where shall come my help? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to slip. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun will not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will protect you from all evil, and he will keep your soul. The Lord will guard your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forever. I hope that this climb is something you are realizing is actually bringing benefit to our lives. We are gaining strength from this because we're gaining new experience. And as each of us works through this daily grind, as each of us works our way up this mountain, we are coming closer and closer to God. And we're coming closer and closer to one another, even though separated from each other. Today, I want to encourage you to enjoy your climb. Today, walk with God and make this a great day. Bye.